this was somewhat unexpected. You always go into these games this time of the year expecting it to be incredibly difficult, and not that it wasn't, because I think our guys played about as hard as any group of kids can play. But I don't think we made a mistake the entire evening, especially on the defensive end. And I'm just incredibly proud of these guys and what they were able to do, and how it was a complete team effort led by these three, obviously. UCLA is just really good and really hard to play against, and it took everything we have, and I'm humbled by their performance tonight.
Howard Magdal at the Nets. Congratulations, you guys. Azzi, this one's for you. An early explosion, obviously, offensively. Take me through what allowed you to kind of break out in this way, and how intentional it was for you to make sure that you were making your mark, especially on the offensive end here.
Sorry. Yeah, well, thank you. But I think my mindset tonight was just to be aggressive, whatever that meant, starting on the defensive end. I think that was our entire team's mindset, trying to make things difficult for them and having that lead to offense. And so, yeah, being aggressive tonight was my main focus, whether that meant making shots, just driving and kicking, and having teammates that are always on you to shoot the ball. It makes it pretty easy to also, when they're giving me great looks, setting me great screens, giving me great passes, that also makes it really easy. So staying aggressive tonight, my teammates made it extremely easy for me getting the ball when I was wide open. So thanks to them.
I'm going to move to our left. Nancy, if you could raise your hand.
Nancy over USA Today Sports. Paige, right before or shortly before halftime, Azzi whipped you a pass and you looked like you shoved it right at Caitlin and she scored on a layup. Can you talk us through exactly what that was? And Azzi, when you saw her do that, what did you think?
It was kind of just an instinct. Azzi threw me the ball. It was a great pass, and I saw almost like three people coming at me, so I knew it was going to be a jump ball, and at that point I just wanted to get a hand on it and find Chen, because I knew she was running the floor with me, and so just did that.
I thought it was great.
If you could raise your hand, we're going to get the mic to you. She's coming back around.
Lou Haggerty, Amped Up Sports here in Tampa. Sarah, you come in as the lower seed. Did you need any expectation or any added motivation? Because 35 and that's not a bad season, is it?
I would say no. We just look at it as any other team. We're just out there playing basketball, not really worried about seeding.
You're welcome. We're going to take our next question on our left-hand side, the third row. If you could raise your hand with the braids, we'll get to you.
Hi, it's Jennifer Porty from Let's Talk Women in Basketball. Could you describe your role in tonight's victory, and how do you plan to maintain that momentum going into the championship game?
I'm sorry. We'll start. Was that a question for all? We'll start with Paige.
I think we all just want to lock in defensively. I think that's all of our main mindset and our main goal as a team, to be super locked in defensively, talk, communicate, play with energy, effort on that side of the floor, and then it translates to what we want to do on offense. But being aggressive on both sides of the floor, hunting shots, hunting the paint, and then hunting to get steals, deflections, just being disruptive. So being aggressive in all aspects.
Azzi, you can go next.
Yeah, exactly what she said, being aggressive, making sure we're playing a full 40 minutes of aggressive UConn team basketball.
Pretty much what both of them said, just being aggressive. Yeah.
We'll take our next question. We're going to stay to the center.
It's for Paige. Steve Futterman from NPR. Want to ask you, we know that your career is coming to an end on Sunday. It'll be your last game here in college ball. You've accomplished everything except that one thing. Can you talk about your view of this last game and finally accomplishing the number one goal when you came to UConn?
Yeah, I mean, we prayed, we prepared, and we hoped to be playing on the last day of the season. And we got that opportunity, so we don't want to take it for granted. And you don't want to get caught up in the moment of being so anxious and trying to win the national championship in one possession that you're just psyching yourself out. But to be present with the team, to be where your feet are and try to win every single possession that's in front of you, play the entire 40 minutes. But that doesn't start until we start preparing and getting a good night's rest tonight, start preparing tomorrow. Be disciplined in our preparation and just enjoying the last couple of days we have here with each other. It's pretty crazy. That's all coming to an end, but I'm glad we can do it on the last day.
Can I ask you, though, how much you want this championship?
I think we all want it, and both teams want it. We all want it as individuals, as a team. Yeah.
We're going to stay to the center. We'll go back to back, and then we'll work our way back over. I still have you on my list.
Dom Amori, Hartford Current. Paige, you just heard your coach say that you guys didn't think you made a mistake all night and that he was humbled by the performance tonight. I was wondering, what goes through your mind when you hear your coach say something like that after this many years, that you feel like you've kind of actually finally won his final approval, or what does that feel like?
I mean, we haven't watched film yet, so that'll probably answer that. But just trying to minimize our mistakes and try to make up for it with how hard that we play and how much we communicate and fill the holes, fill the gaps of our defense and just the rotations. But, I mean, we're trying to get better even from this performance for the game on Sunday. So just not being complacent with what we did tonight and trying to continue to get better.
I want to direct my question to Coach Geno. First of all, Scott Morgan, around South Florida Tribune. Number one, congratulations.
So we're holding questions for Coach until his availability. We're still fielding questions for student athlete.
Okay.
We'll make sure you're one of the first ones when we get to Coach.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem. With that, we'll move over to our right. We'll go to Alexa, and then we'll come back over.
Alexa Philippou, ESPN. For Paige and Azzi, you guys were up by 20 at halftime, but UCLA is a good team, and they were going to be hungry to come back. So what were you telling to each other? What was the message from Coach to make sure you didn't take your foot off the gas?
Just to stay disciplined. We know they're well coached. They're a very good team. They've got great pieces, so there's going to be no quit to them. So to be able to keep our defensive pressure up, to have no foot off the gas moments, but we wanted to continue to press down and continue to stay disciplined and continue to talk and be disruptive defensively and continue to stay aggressive and get out in transition on offense. So really just talked about there being no let up and actually turning it up another level.
We're going to move to our left. If you can raise your hand in the second row, we'll get that to you.
Eden Lassie, Hoops HQ. Azzi, for you, this team has seemed to they've gotten better every single game as the years progressed. How is it possible that you guys continue to pull out your best performance game after game?
I think Paige just said it best, that we never get complacent with our performance. Just like tonight was great, we'll celebrate it for the rest of tonight, and we wake up tomorrow, it's a new day, a new scout, a new opportunity for us to play even better as a team. So I think just this whole season, knowing that we're capable of so much more, the sky's the limit for us, and making sure that we tap into that every single night and we never get complacent.
Shifting back over to our right.
Bella Munson with the Next. I wanted to ask you, Paige, if you want to talk about, sorry, over here.
No, sorry.
It's okay. I'm short and to the side. If you could talk about Al Alfie's performance helping you guys defend Lauren Betts, preventing UCLA from playing through her and forcing particularly those lots of early turnovers in the first half, and if that really helps set the tone for you guys at all defensively.
Yeah, I thought her performance was the tone setter for the night, and how aggressive she started and how determined she started. Coach has been on her. It's been hard at practice. We have great practice players that challenge her and are great, try to be Lauren Betts. So she's just been working extremely hard, and it was just extremely rewarding to see her perform that way tonight. And along with Ice, Sarah, Aubrey, the way they worked in the paint, Lauren Betts is a problem. She's not an easy person to guard. So for them to play with the effort that they did tonight, the attention to detail, the discipline, it was amazing to watch.
Kind of, how does it feel to know the impact that you're having individually, but also as a team on the women's game, and especially for the younger generation?
Let's start with Sarah.
It's okay if I...
Yeah, you can start.
All right,
She is the generation that they're impacting.
Really? Paige can start if that's the case.
It's really rewarding just to be in this arena at this stage of the tournament, playing with these stakes and in this environment. It was amazing for women's basketball, the turnout, the support, just the display of basketball. It's a really high-level basketball, and for us to have a performance like that tonight where we were playing extremely good team basketball, I think it's beautiful to watch, and I think it's great for the sport and great for younger girls to see. And so it was a very good turnout and exciting.
I like the word that you use, rewarding. I agree with that, but I think it's also just, it's an incredible feeling to know that you can have an impact on so many people, and also just the fact that so many people showed up tonight, spent their own money to get here, time out of their day to come and watch us play. So I know that we're all super grateful for that, but to look around in the stands and see signs and just UConn fans from everywhere, and we're really far from home, so to have that kind of support is amazing.
Pretty much what they both said, very rewarding.
We'll stay to our right to our left in the front row.
Ira Gorbor from the Daily Bruin. For Paige, Coach said, UCLA was hard to play against, but you guys made no mistakes. What was it about UCLA that did challenge you guys, and how did you guys respond to that to finish the game the way you guys did?
Yeah, I mean, obviously their interior presence with Lauren Betts, but they've got great pieces around her, great pieces off the bench. So if you focus too much on one thing, it can cause a problem for the other. So we wanted to take away their threes, but we also wanted to make things hard for Lauren Betts inside. So being disruptive, putting pressure on the ball to make the interior passes harder, just being there to help, the rotations, trying to cover up for each other, and the way we talked, communicated, and covered up for each other, I thought helped a lot.
Madison Furl, ESPN Anscape. This question's for all three of you. Just considering today's team win, how proud are you of all of your teammates today?
Again, we'll start with Paige.
Extremely proud. We knew coming in, we didn't think we played our best team game yet. We've had some great individual performances, but to be able to put it all together on a night like this where we're playing against a really good UCLA team, it's very rewarding, and it's the kind of basketball that we want to play. So extremely proud of everyone.
Also incredibly proud of everyone.
Also very proud of everyone. We worked really hard for this.
We'll go to our left. Annie.
Annie Costable, Front Office Sports. UConn is one of the greatest sports dynasties, UConn women's basketball, one of the greatest sports dynasties, talked about as such. But it's been 10 years since a title, almost 10 years since a title has been won by the Huskies. Is that a motivating factor at all for you? Paige, if you want to take it, seems like you're the one that's leading the charge.
I think we are not worried about the past, worried about trying to, every single day you walk into the gym, you're trying to live up to the standard of playing UConn basketball, but you're not comparing yourself to other teams, to players before. Obviously, you want to fill their shoes and make them proud, and wear the UConn jersey with pride, but we're trying to be the best team we are in the present. On any given night, we're trying to continue to get better in practice, in the weight room, and every single thing that we're doing. So really that's the main focus, and staying disciplined and doing what got us here, and taking care of that.
We'll take our final question.
Maddie Kenny with the New York Post over here. Paige or Azzi, Sarah Strong has been, a consistent player, really strong player for you guys all season as a freshman. Just what do you make of her being able to keep that composure and that confidence even as the stage gets bigger and the lights get brighter?
We'll start with you, Azzi.
Yeah, Sarah's an incredible player, but I think that's something that impresses me the most about her is just how mature she plays and how just even keel she is. And you can never tell if she's got 20 points and 20 rebounds. You wouldn't be able to tell. So I think I definitely look up to her in that aspect and how she doesn't care. She looks at our opponent as, just another game that night. It doesn't matter where we are, what stage we're on. So I think that's something that I want to take and apply to my game. But she's someone who's extremely fun to play with because she is just so smart. She knows the game, knows what to do, and she just makes it super easy to play with.
Paige.
Yeah, you can't really say enough great things about Sarah Strong. She just contributes to winning in so many different ways, and a lot of things sometimes don't show up in the stat sheet, but everything she does also shows up in the stat sheet. So she just has an impact on the game. And it's funny because she's so like mature, cool, calm, and collected on the court, but as a roommate, she's pretty wild off the court. So just to see the switch up is pretty fun too.